What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at some of the best NHL playoff beards. Now, some of these pictures that I'm going to show you and some of the players I'm going to show you, some of them are out of the playoffs already, and whenever you're watching this video, some more of these guys could be out of the playoffs as well. So keep in mind, I am recording this on Monday, May 7th, so if something changes, I apologize, but this is the video for right now. This idea came from Buzzer Sports. Now, Buzzer Sports is the company that I'm actually partnered with, which is very cool if you guys didn't know already. If you want to go follow them, it's Buzzer Sports OFF on Twitter and Buzzer Sports Official on Instagram. Now, you'll see me on both of those accounts, and you'll also see me on their website. The website is still under construction, basically. They're building that up as well, but it's a partnership that I'm very proud of, and we'll be continuing to work together as far as we can go. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It was an idea that we were thinking of on Twitter, so I thought, let's get right to it and get into some playoff beards. So there's a couple funny ones that I wanted to bring up, I guess, right off the bat. And we're going to bring some humor to one of my favorite players, and I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of him, but Nazem Kadri, this is not really, you know, a playoff beard. So I wanted to bring it up because if you see in some of his interviews, he kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and this isn't really, you know, a top-notch playoff beard. It's just, I thought I'd bring it up first for the Leaf fans out there to see that, you know, Kadri tried. The Leafs didn't have a ton of playoff beards, and, you know, I'm talking about playoff beards. I can't even grow one, so I shouldn't be talking. But Nazem Kadri did okay for the Toronto Maple Leafs, all right? He had some time to groom it up in that suspension, and that hurts to say, but he did. But all right, let's get to the next one, and this is Patrik Laine. This one just, I don't know if I really like this beard. I don't know. Patrik Laine, this was a good try. I mean, he's going to continue to grow that beard, and in the future he's going to have more opportunities to grow playoff beards because he's a good player, and so is his team. So, yeah, you know, this one's a good effort, and it's kind of gross. I'm not going to lie. I'm not sure if I really like this one that much. Next one is James Neal, and this is the category I like to call, you know, the clean groom beards. You know, they're not huge by any means, you know, but look at that. You know, James Neal's got a nice beard going, and the Vegas Golden Knights have been incredible in the playoffs, and he's going to continue to grow those beards. And Neal's showing off his nicely groomed beard, and I thought that one was nice enough to show in this. The next one is Braden Holtby. Again, you know, it is nice. It's very groomed and everything like that, and as you can see, he's got his serious face on, his game face, and you know, the beard just matches well with Holtby. I think that it suits him real well, and he's growing it out, and the Capitals are hoping to continue to grow those playoff beards beyond this year. They want to keep going, and they have been able to do that in the past, but Holtby's definitely got one of the better beards, I think, clean, groomed beards in the NHL. The next one I brought up because I do not want Dustin Byfuglien to find me and hurt me if I don't mention his beard. Again, very groomed, very nice beard. And again, if I didn't mention it, he might hit me. But all jokes aside, I mean, Winnipeg, again, they're going to continue to grow these beards, whether it's this playoffs or, you know, playoffs to come. And Dustin Byfuglien, he knows how to grow a beard, and I would not want to see him with a, you know, a very long beard, because he would just look even scarier. When he's coming at you, he's just a freight train, and then you put on a huge beard on him. Wow, I'd be pretty scared. I wouldn't want to meet that guy on the ice, but definitely more groomed, very clean beard. Same with this next guy, Nikita Kucherov, and we all know one of the better players in the NHL, and you could see it's starting to get a little bit thicker, and he's got the mustache going. He's got basically a full beard. If that thing keeps growing, and Tampa looks like they're going to keep rolling with that beard's going to get a lot longer, and Nikita Kucherov, he's going to be scoring goals, and his beard's going to be flowing in the wind, basically, when he's skating on the ice, and I think that that's a clean-looking beard. The next one is approaching the kind of clean, but it's getting a little wild, and that's kind of like Kucherov, but Ovechkin has one of those beards where it's like it has the potential to grow wild, and Capitals fans hope that he will continue to grow out a playoff beard, and obviously in the future the Capitals will have chances to grow more because they still will be a good team. Many people may not agree with that, but Ovechkin, he's growing out a pretty nice beard for himself, and he's going to continue to do that in his future. And you know, he's getting a little up there in age, but it is a wild looking beard. It's starting to look a little wild, at least. This next guy, everybody loves him. Phil the Thrill, Phil Kessel, love that guy. He's definitely growing out a pretty wild beard. And again, this one kind of, I know some of these guys, of course, grew it in the regular season as well, but you know, there's not a ton of huge beards out there in the NHL, unless I'm forgetting some. Again, I'm not going to be able to touch on all of them, but Phil Kessel's got a pretty decent beard going, and it's approaching that wild territory. And you know, I hope he maybe cleans it up a little bit soon, but Phil's got one of those good playoff beards. The next one is Ryan Ellis. Look at that. Look at that right down there. I don't have nothing there. But Ellis, he's got that nice looking, I guess you could say a ginger beard there. And like, oh my God, this one is just, that one has the potential to go absolutely wild. And again, much like the Winnipeg Jets and the, you know, the Lightning and the Capitals, these guys will have many chances to grow these beards, whether it's now or in the future. And Ellis is just going to continue to have one of those nice beards. And, you know, it is getting a little wild, but at the same time, he does groom it pretty well. You can see it looks pretty nice, very clean. And, you know, he's got one of the best ginger beards. Let's move on to Ian Cole. And again, I guess you could call this one a brown ginger type of beard. And I think it's an underrated one. I don't think a lot of people talk about Ian Cole when it comes to these. And of course, he's not in the playoffs anymore. But at the same time, I think that he deserved to be on this. And I think that he's got a pretty nice beard. And again, these aren't necessarily ranked. It's just I kind of grouped them together with beards that kind of looked similar. And I think that Ian Cole had the potential, if he, you know, kept going in the playoffs, he could have had a pretty wild beard. Imagine if he made it all the way to the Cup final. I mean, that would look pretty nice. Then we got Matthew Perot, however you want to pronounce it. But again, look at the hair first of all, okay? The hair is going wild. He's got the flow going. And then you got the beard. Again, very underrated. And I think that a lot of people overlook Matthew Perot. Again, I'm just going to say Perot because people might be frustrated. But I think that one has got to be one of the best beards in the NHL, period. I think that he did a great job growing it out. The hair just matches with the beard, and he's got to keep all of that under a helmet too. So I mean, it's got to be flowing out of the bucket that he's got, and he's got the nice beard coming down. Again, underrated, pretty nice beard. Then we got Brent Burns. How could you forget about this guy? Look at that, just flowing back in the wind. And we know the Sharks have a pretty solid team when it comes to growing beards, and how could you leave out Brent Burns? This guy is just a wild animal. He could braid it. You know, he could do whatever he wants with it, comb it, let it grow wild. This guy's got different options. And when he's skating, like I said, you can see it flowing. And there's been a couple times where his helmet's been off, and of course they're now eliminated. But when his helmet's off and he's got the hair flowing, he's got the beard going, it's a sight to see. The last one I'm going to talk about, of course, how could I not? Joe Thornton, Jumbo Joe. This guy has a wild beard. This is the definition of a wild beard. It's all over the place. It's multicolored. This guy, you know, he's getting up there in age, so it has to have a little bit of gray in there. But he, you know, this is just wild. This is an incredible beard. He's just got it going all over the place. It doesn't go into one direction. It's literally all over the place. And how could you hate a man with a beard like that? I'm sure a lot of people would love to grow something out that crazy, except for Nazem Kadri, if people get that joke. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Again, go check out Buzzer Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Again, a partnership I'm very proud to be a part of. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Or stream. Man, I just wanted to say subscribe at the same time, but I will say it now. Subscribe if you're new. Love to have more hockey conversations with you. Join the squad, and like I said, I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Peace.